Hello, my name is Veronica Johnson, and I want to share with you some design principles when creating instructional videos. So, to start off, there are three tips I want to share with you today on tips on creating instructional videos. The first one is pre train key concepts, the second is provide tasks, and then the last one that we're going to talk about today is chunky material. So you should pre-train key concepts, and this goes along with message design coherence principle. The purpose of this is pre-training names or characteristics of key concepts can help your students grasp the information. So you can do this by creating an introduction video that concept of what concepts that will be covered in the video. You can also provide a pre-assessment to assess learners' prior knowledge. Um, and then provide definitions or explanations of key vocabulary words and important concepts that will be covered in the video. It's also important to make connections and provide real world examples to help learners connect to this new content content and then a flipped classroom. So, giving your learners supplementary reading materials, articles, or different resources can help them to kind of set the stage on their learning before watching your video. The second thing I want to talk to you about is providing tasks. This goes with message design learning outcomes. So, determine what learners will do or produce before, during, and after viewing the video. This is helpful in achieving learning goals. So, one way that you can do this is assign a task or a prompt that requires learners to activate their prior knowledge or make predictions related to the topic video. You can also ask guiding questions or require them to take note taking. This presents learners with questions or prompts related to the video topic. You can provide a note-taking template to help them with this, to help guide direct learners focus on key concepts, main ideas, or specific details while they are watching the video. This will help them to stay engaged and actively process the information being presented. Now, you should as well integrate planned pauses. This is a strategic method to pause at certain points throughout the video to ask learners questions and also help them to reflect on what they've learned so far. I've used Nearpod to help me do this, to have these planned pauses. It is also important for learners to collaborate with their peers in order to discuss video content. And then lastly, to have a reflection. So you should design tasks or activities that require learners to apply what they have learned and gained from the video. It should also challenge them to demonstrate their understanding and application of concepts. The last key point that we're going to talk about today is chunky material. This goes with learning message design, segmenting. So chunking material into smaller sections will help to manage the intrinsic load. Ways you can do this. So identify main topics or subtopics within your video. Instead of covering a large and complex subject in one continuous video, you can divide it into smaller sections and break down the topics. You can also have a video series. So instead of covering a large amount of content, you can cover multiple subtopics and create separate videos for each chunk. Each video can address specific aspects or concepts, and this will help to make it more manageable for learners to digest information in smaller increments. Transitions are important when you're going between different concepts within your video. Make sure to summarize at the end of each chunk or section, and providing a brief summary or recap of the key points will help your learners to get the main points. And then provide interactive elements. This can be a quiz, knowledge check, interactive exercise that will help engage and encourage learners to engage with the content and reinforce their understanding before processing the next chunk. So I hope that you have learned from the three different aspects that we talked about today. These are my references. And as a recap, you should chunk material, provide tasks, and pre-train key concepts.